Hi, welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. My name is Koosje Koenen and I'm here to help you on your creative journey. I want to keep you going because it's so fun to draw. If you hear any screaming, that's just kids outside, so don't worry about that. Nobody was harmed during this video. Just last weekend, I attended a birthday party of someone who had turned 80 years old. She's a friend of mine, she's an art friend, and she's also a neighbor. And she didn't want any presents, but I did make her something and she was pretty happy with it. I liked it too, and it was so great to work on. I made her a portrait and I captured her in one line and a little bit of red. She has this iconic look of red hair and red lips. So that was an easy one to choose my colors. But also the exercise of doing the one-liner is always fun. And the thing is, I was practicing at first and I was trying things out, making my sort of sketches. But actually all those sketches turned out to be their own characters. So they don't look like each other or like her. And then somehow I managed to make something that actually did look like her very well. Probably because I had been doing a lot before I started on the last one. So that gave me an idea of doing this, picking one portrait, a photo for reference, and then using that to do a series of one-liners and then see what kind of characters you actually create without even, intending to, in a way. Because when you do one-liners, you have to just really sort of work on the puzzle and be in the moment and really be with that line rather than thinking about the very characteristic features of a person. And that way, because you are focusing on just part of the nose or part of the ear, or trying to figure out how to get from the eye back to the nose again, somehow that gives you the freedom to make that line just wobbly and wonky and take it for a walk. But also you are capturing something in there from that person. So I was thinking, who is an iconic person that we can also use with, something colorful? Because I think the result was so great because of those dots of colors in the portrait that I made of my friend. And the first person that came to mind was Elton John, also because of his glasses. I noticed that when I was doing the portrait of my friend, those glasses are helpful to, connect the eyes and the nose without using too many lines. So let's make it easy on ourselves and choose someone who has a very particular style. You could also think about Iris Apfel, for example, or someone else who feels or seems iconic to you. Let's get going. So the one-liner technique is using one line, a continuous line, and you just have one rule: don't pick up your pen off the paper. And this is one of my favorites. I've been doing it a lot lately on so many different subjects. It's always fun to do and it always works out in a way. And at the end, you can feel like, oh man, I love it when a plan comes together, So I thought maybe I should use a brush pen, but I already can see that the lines are a little bit too thick for this technique. It feels a bit too heavy, but I still think I did capture quite a good character here. In fact, it's not Elton John. It looks a little bit like a lady, which is also fine. It seems like a friendly portrait. So I'm switching over to a thinner pen. You can do this with a fountain pen or with pencil, whatever you like. I like a flowing ink line, and I'm just using the same photo and I'll be using that over and over again just to try and capture some likeness, some of the characteristics that I notice. That's how we go and that's how we flow. And each time I finish one of the lines, I will add a little bit of color, and I can already see that I need to be a little bit more subtle, especially around the glasses. But I do like tapping the brush when there's wet paint on it, because it sort of creates a glittery effect, and that really fits Elton John, even though I'm already, you know, letting go of the idea that this should be exactly Elton John. It's just a representation, and I'm taking the Elton John photo as a springboard into creating a page full of characters. But it helps to have that photo because it becomes a little bit familiar. I can see details. For example, I can see that I have skipped the ruffles that are on his shirt. And I think those are important too for his style. It's an extra bit of squiggly line that adds to the character and the fun around this character. I think the third one I did has the most likeness, but I just keep going because I want to fill my page. This also gives me the opportunity to not really think about color. I just pick one color that stands out to me in this picture, and the glasses are really obvious. I'm skipping the stars on them because to me that's not really relevant, and also how would I even try and capture that without making a huge mess on that one liner, that continuous line. So sometimes you need to let go of certain things to make it better or to make it easier on yourself. Don't be lazy, but be smart. I'm also playing with the color, seeing how I can add a little bit of background to make the face stand out a little bit more. And before you know it, you have filled the whole page. How much fun was that? I think this is a fantastic exercise for any time when you feel like drawing and you don't know exactly what to do. You can do this with a self-portrait, use a mirror, and you will end up with all kinds of characters that are kind of like you, but they aren't you. Play with color too and go crazy. You know, this is just a small page. You can do a big one or you can do many pages. Just as long as you are having fun, just keep going. I actually want to keep going, but how long can a Draw Tip Tuesday get? So, get going, have some fun, try to think of a fun character or a fun person, Google them, Google image them, and you will find a good picture to take as your reference, and then have fun. And if you like these Draw Tip Tuesday videos, then please subscribe to this channel, because here on YouTube I am really trying to actually upload a new one every week. It's a lot of work, but I want to do it because I want to keep these going for everyone and anyone who wants to draw, so I can keep you going. And if you want to help me doing that, you can actually back me on Patreon. I'll put the link below. I would really appreciate it if you consider backing me up. That way you're really helping me to keep these Draw Tip Tuesday videos coming your way every week. Now go draw. I'll see you soon. Bye.